Sorry, I'm just finishing a mint. Professional, right? No, never. Right, welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. Now then, we had a cracking hour in that show, didn't we? Had to restock those laminators 3 times. Well done if you got one of those. Now please check out your baskets, okay? I don't want you missing out. It happened last night. Everyone was complaining that they missed out. You need to check out your baskets. I keep telling you, don't I? I know it's boring. Got to do it. Right. So let me introduce you to my team for this hour. We've got a lovely Laura on cameras. We've got Sophie in the driving seat.
Hiya.
Come out to graphics for an hour to be with us. And we've got Corinne, who's trying to squeeze through a table instead of moving the table and making the gap bigger. Now she's wrapped with a wire around her.
Shh, nobody needed to know any of that.
Just move the table over and go through there.
Okay.
Just like that.
I'm done now. I'm in. I'm in.
Right, let's talk a little bit about live shopping, shall you, where you can watch us and how to shop. Because we've got a lot of new people joined us last night, which is lovely. And I just want to say a really big thank you to you all, because I think you've been sharing and liking and sharing our Facebook pages, because we've got loads of new Facebook followers as well. So thank you. Please keep that up. If you can just do us a favour, and every Facebook page that we do, just like and share it, that is going to build this community. And when we build the community, we can bring you more products, we can bring you more deals, and we get to play every day. I'm not going to say we're going to do more hours, but you never know, you look. Shh. Didn't say that. It's not a thing yet.
Yet.
Right? Now then, live shopping. If you prefer to watch us on a big screen, you can put us on YouTube, which is great. And every single live show that we've done, if you go onto YouTube, search Highlight Crafts, playlists and live, every single show that we've ever done will be on there. So you can watch it back. There's also loads of education on there for you, which is free. Minecraft Studio, scan and cut, painting, fleurs, all sorts of cadence, all sorts of different things. So make sure you check that on there as well. Now, there are 3 different platforms where you can shop and watch at the same time: Facebook, Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. So to shop on either of our socials, each product that we show you will have what we call a shop code. So if you look on your screen now, you'll see the image of the product, you'll see the shop code, so shop woodland, and then you'll see the description. The shop code is what you type into the comments underneath the video. So shop woodland would then take that product and allocate it to a basket for you. Then you'll get a direct message. In that message you'll find a link. Click that. That will take you to our website, where you need to log into your account so you get your club member benefits, and then check out those baskets, because it's not yours until you've paid for it and checked out. It's about like walking around your supermarket with a trolley. You need to go through that checkout process. People can come and take it out your baskets. Now, I don't say that to scaremonger you at all, but we are finding that our repeats are getting busier and busier and busier. So if you think, right, I'll build a basket right throughout the day, absolutely you can do that. But somebody could come in, and if that stock's all allocated, but you've got one in your basket, that will then get allocated to their basket, because they'll check out before you. I know, just check out your baskets, right? And I'm a pain in the neck. You hate me saying it, don't you? But I have to, it's my job. So that's how you shop on Facebook and Instagram. If you prefer to shop with us on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com, just pop on over there, click play, and as soon as that show goes live, all the products in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then just select the ones that you want to buy. They go into a little purple shopping bag at the top of your screen, and when you're ready to log in and check out, you're going to click on that bag, and that will take you through that process. Okay, so it's really, really easy to shop with us while you watch, so you don't need to miss any of the demonstrations at all. Now, because it's our club highlight birthday, our 3rd birthday, the actual official day is Saturday, but we did a mega event last night. Thank you to every single one of you that joined us. I had the best time. Everyone's like, right, we're done. I was like, can we not carry on? I really enjoyed it. It was fabulous. And I hope you did at home too. Now then, we're continuing a deal that we had. So if you shop on this show or any of the shows up till midnight on Saturday, you will get your points, your discount and your postage deals as normal as a club member. However, on top of that, we're doing triple treat bonanza points. We're going to tot up all your orders that you've placed between midnight Tuesday and midnight Saturday. We're going to add them all up. If they come to £50 or over, you're going to get a bonus 500 points. That's worth £5 added to your account after the 16th of February. It's going to be a little bit longer because we have to do it all manually. So you can imagine it's going to take a while. If your spend comes to over £100 or over, you're going to get 1,500 points, which is £15 worth of points. I know it gets better though. If you go to £200 spend, you're going to get 3,000, which is £30. And if you go over £300, and think about some of the bigger machinery that we bring you, you're going to get 5,000 points, which equates to £50 worth of points. So towards the end of February, where there's more month of money left, you can treat yourself. How cool is that? Just because we can, which is great, right? Right, let's say good morning to a few of you, and then I'll take you down the counter and then we'll get to demo with Corinne. We've got Ria with us this morning, Ria from the Netherlands. Good morning, Ria. We've got Christine with us. Barbara B says still here. April says good morning from the fridge, USA. Illinois is a cold. This weekend it is predicted to be minus 27 Fahrenheit. Wow. Show me some stuff that warms the heart. April, we will. See, I don't mind cold. I don't like hot though. Donnie says, hi. Janice is with us. We've got Chris. Tracy's with us. Jonathan's with us. Missed out on all the fun last night. Oh, Jonathan, you missed a treat. It was brilliant. Me and David did 30 products in 30 minutes and we were bang on. It was fabulous. We've got Sue with us. Carol's with us. Veronica. Lainey. Mel, I tried to check out last night, but have been unable to do so. I put loads in my basket. Okay, please message help@highlightcrafts.com. We'll be able to see at what point you checked out and we might be able to honour it. I'm not guaranteeing it, but speak to somebody in customer services and let's see what we can do. But please don't say Mel said you can, because I know what happens. Jackie says, I had trouble for a while after the show, ended up doing it at 11 p.m. think the site was just mega busy. It was. It didn't crash. It just was slow because there were hundreds of you ordering. Jackie's with us this morning. Alison's with us. Annette. Thank you so much for the bonus points offer. You're very welcome. And Leslie B is also with us. Right, let's get down this counter and then we can get some demos in, shall we? Now we have our Whipplers for you. $19.99 down from $38.94. So you're going to get your little bee wibblers. Now the dies, this particular die with the gathering, the wings come separately. So if you don't want them to have wings on, you don't have to. They could be just dressed up as little bumblebees. So you get a gathering die. So one die gives you 26 die cuts. And the reason we do them like this is because, first of all, you'd lose your dies because they're tiny. And secondly, trying to tape all those in place would drive you absolutely bonkers. So we do what we call our Swift technology. It gives you the little label on there. That's so that we know that it is a authorised, legitimate, in the studio die, not one that's been ripped off. So you're getting that one. So 26 die cuts in that one. You've then got this. Now this is fabulous. You've got your honeycomb die. This cut into your card so it creates little apertures. Looks amazing with the papers behind it. So try that technique because it's really cool. We've then got Buzz. Now Buzz was our web exclusive. He didn't go as part of the main bundle on TV. This is fab. Shop Bees, $19.99. So you're going to get 3 sets of dies, your honeycomb, Buzz and your gathering die, plus this artwork to go with it, which you can download. Should you? Yeah, okay. Can we ask Amber to go and get them?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we're getting all these as well? Yeah. Oh, flipping out. That just got better. Right, your bough. You get your branch. Use it that way. Use it that way. Really doesn't matter, does it? How cool is that? Then you've also got Be My Honey. I love this. If you make jams, things like that, these are going to be brilliant for your tags, for your price tags. But they're nested as well, as are the little drizzlers in there as well. So you're getting that one. You're then going to get Here Comes the Sun with your different sunflowers. We need this in our craft rooms. April, yeah, there's your little bit of sunshine. Here Comes the Sun. You've then got Hi Honey, I'm Home. You've got your nested beehives. You've got your wibblers in the original size, so slightly bigger than the gathering, so you can create your perspective. And you're also going to get your nested sunflowers. I'm not going to lie, I bite for that, because that is fabulous and the artwork's lovely for that. Right, Shop Bees is going to get you, let's work out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sets of dies.
Right, sorry, I've messed that up.
Oh, God. I'm going home.
There's two bundles, so there's only 6 in.
Right, what are the 6?
The 6 that were there.
Yeah.
So it was right in the first place.
Yeah, there's a separate bundle that is the web exclusives,
Yeah, it was then.
which was the 3.
This is very confusing. Can I just say that? Bear with.
Gathering.
Right, Gathering,
Yeah.
Honeycomb and that, 19.99. With the out.
$9.99.
No. Fucking heck. Start again, shall we? Morning. Welcome to live shopping. TV's frozen, so. Right, $9.99. It's going to get you Wibbler's Gathering.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb and Buzz.
Yeah.
Right. TV's gone off completely now, so what is going on this morning? It's all in the prep. Right, those 3 sets of dies, plus this artwork. So we were right, it was just the price that was wrong. It was the wrong item on the screen, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so we've got all your background papers. Sophie's going, please let me just go back to graphics. We've got all of this fabulous artwork. Right, Soph. We've got all of this fabulous artwork. I'll tell you what, if you want a pop of colour in your craft room right now, this is for you. Look how beautiful these papers are. Aren't they fabulous? Right. You're also going to get this. Now this is worth $14.99, but it's coming free with a bundle.
Big bundle.
Oh my God, Sophie.
I didn't know there was this many bundles.
Right. Let's start completely again. Wibbler's Gathering, Honeycomb and Buzz by itself, no artwork except your reflections that you can download for free from highlightcrafts.com, $9.99. That correct?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, now then, that's going over there away from the papers. If you want this one with the download, worth $14.99. Right, $14.99, remember that, because you're getting the bough, the nested sunflower, the wibblers, the Hi Honey I'm Home, the Here Comes the Sun, the honey jars nested with the drizzlers nested, $19.99, including the £14.99 download. So all of those are costing you £5. Mad, right? Brilliant. Or you're paying $19.99 for 6 sets of dies and you're getting the artwork free. Whichever way you choose to look at it, it's a deal, right? Right, we're sorted now. Come on, let's go on to the next one. I'm a bit scared. Right, we've got this one right, Soph.
I hope so.
The wreath,
Yeah.
the woodland wibblers,
Yeah.
the I'm a Sucker for You,
Yeah.
and the Wibbler Gathering,
Yeah.
and the artwork.
Yeah.
Lovely.
There's
Right.
also a class with Amanda.
It's always a class with Amanda. Right, okay. So, shop surprises. There's a lot of those this morning, isn't there? Feel like silly. Surprise, surprise. Right, now then, Woodler's Gathering. My brain hurts after last night, Sophie. I need an easy day, please. Shop Surprises, $19.99, down from $75.95. So you've got a class with Amanda, showing you how to get the best out of these. You've also got I'm a Sucker for You with that lollipop. I love that. And that's our Sophie name in them, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's very good at that. Then you've got Woodland Wibblers. I love these with the little long legs. Look at them. Aren't they cool? These are fabulous. And then this wreath. Now then, you've got the big wreath. You've got all your little elements that you can decoupage up, but look at the size of that. Sophie, how much would that have been as a die, darling, please?
Oh, probably about 20 quid.
Right, so $19.99. So basically, you're paying for that die. You're paying full price for that die, and then you'll get your discount. But you're not just getting that. You're also going to get another 3 sets of dies that you're not paying for. And you're going to get this artwork. And this is lovely. And I know it's Christmas, and I know we're only in January, but there's a rumour going around that Christmas happens every year. So get it while it's in the sale, and then you've got it for next year. Right, so you've got all of this beautiful artwork. You've then got all of this. How fabulous is this? Love these. Look at the little cottages. These are super cute. As soon as I look at stuff like that, I'm thinking book nooks. I can't wait to do Christmas. And then look at all these backgrounds that you've got. These are fabulous. Shop Wonderland, this is worth $12.99 if you want it by itself. But the whole bundle with the dies is $19.99. And you get this worth $12.99. And you pay for that one. That's where your £20 is. And then those just thrown in because we can. Look at that. How lovely is that card? One of our casts at construction weight acetate at the back, and then using that beautiful wreath and cutting out all of those different elements. That's something you'd never take down, would you? That'll come out year after year and become a Christmas decoration. So if you want that one, it is Shop Surprises. Don't forget to look at that class as well with our Amanda. It'll be on YouTube. $19.99. Right, now then, let's have a look at this little one. This is lovely. Right, this is Shop Woodland. So you're going to get 5 sets of dies in here. You've got Snowy and Boo. Love that. The little squirrels. Use those all year round. Okay, so they're perfect for that. Oh, this is going to be nice. Your lantern, book nook, and your books, book nook, and your poinsettias. Winter Glow, that one. You're getting that in there as well. You're also going to get Tinselina. Love that. And she's got wings or not, depending on what you want to use. And then you've also got that beautiful bouquet of wildflowers. You've then also got Maribel with her little lantern and her wings separately. I love her shoes. I love the way shoes turn up at the toes. Cool, aren't they? And then you're also going to get Deer in the Glade. Now these, again, stags all year round. They don't just come out at Christmas, do they? So you can use these all year round. Shop Woodland, $12.99 will get you that little lot before you discount. And you'll still get your points. And remember, we're collating all your orders, the amount that you spent. We're bundling it all together. If you spent £50 or more between midnight Tuesday and midnight Saturday, we're going to bundle all your orders together, add the totals up. If it comes to £50 or over, you're going to get an extra 500 points. If it comes to £100 or over, you're going to get 1,500. If it comes to £200 or over, you're going to get 3,000. That's £30 worth. And if it comes to £300 or over, you're going to get 5,000 points, which is the equivalent of £50. I know, we're good, aren't we? You're welcome. Right, now then, I need to talk to you about this. This is the Cathedral of Colour that we bought you, no, not last week, the week before, I believe, or I don't know, I can't even tell you what day it is. We've got, how many left? Two sets left, 2 of the bundle left, all right? So you're going to get, first of all, your nested arched windows. So let me show you the size of those. They're fabulous. Now, if you do this as a die cut, so let's say you cut that into the front of a piece of card, like that, so it cuts that aperture out. If you then turn that die round and put it back in, so just this bit overlaps the card that hasn't been cut. Take that off as well because that will emboss on your cardstock. You can then create a whole label shape. So then you've got a new aperture, you've got a new card blank, you've got tags, bookmarks, all of that kind of thing. But play around with your dies. We do it all the time on Scan and Cut where we flip one and weld it. You can do that with your dies. It's not just for Scan and Cut users. You can do that and create different shapes with them. Have a play around with it. Just get some scrap copy paper and play with your dies. Even simple dies like that are fabulous. Then you're going to get a different set of your arches. So again, you can see this comes more to a point. These would be really nice candles for birthdays because they come to that point. A little rectangle and a little flame in there. Be fabulous, wouldn't it? So you're getting a full set of those as well in all those different sizes. And then you're also going to get, do we not have the artwork with this, Soph? Is it just the dies? I'm sure there was artwork with this.
There isn't much artwork on this show. It's just toys.
Can we just check that, please?
It's not included in the bundle.
Okay. So you've got your outside die and your detail. So your detail will cut in all three of them, and then this die will cut them out. So you can cut these out of your black cardstock, your gold cardstock, and look how it just enhances all of that artwork for you. So go onto highlightcrafts.com and search Cathedral of Colour MCS and you will get your artwork there. So that one, look at this, how beautiful is that? And you get 6 different pieces of artwork for this. So it's 6 different window designs. Shop Cathedral $49.99 will get you that. Okay, so you're getting both of those and also that set as well. Shop Cathedral $49.99 for your discount. We've got 2 left. Quick. Right, now then, let's have a look at these little sugar plums. Look at this. You've got sugar plum and you've got Such a Fun Guy. I love that toadstool. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Shop Toadstool $14.99 will get you both of those dies, and then you'll get your artwork from highlightcrafts.com. So just type in the codes that are on the back of your packaging there on the website. That will bring that up and you'll be able to get the artwork for those as well. But look how lovely that is. Just a freestanding card. Our lovely Lou Patton has done this one. Look at the detail in that. That's something you're never ever going to go in a drawer, is it? That in a little girl's room would look fabulous, although I'd like that too. Then look at this. This is one of our caths. Look how beautiful this is. Our design team are absolutely phenomenal. They really are clever. And what's lovely is we send the dies out and everything to them in time so that they've got time to really play. You know, she's gone in and fussy cut all the little flowers out. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And then look, just sat on the toadstool. Oh, look at the little shoes. And look, her skirt is all made out of the leaves and she's got little stripy tights on. How gorgeous is that? Right, if you want that one, shop Toadstool. Now we also have this. This is really nostalgic. I love this. This is photography. Very good, Sophie. Photography. With the little cat taking a selfie. Alice hasn't got to the stage yet where she takes the selfies and pouts. As soon as she does it, I'm on her. I'm like, no, you're not doing that. So you've got your little girl with the kitten. You've got the Daisy with, is that Daisy? No. Paws and pouts with a little dog. I'll tell you what, you won't be able to do that with Stephanie's puppies. The Wick. Screen's frozen, Sophie. We've then got the Gentle Climb. So you've got your pots with your climbing plants in there. Again, use those all year round. And then you've also got In Bloom with your little baskets with your flowers in there as well. And you put it all together. I love it with the label maker. Look at that. Best friends. How gorgeous is that card? I like the fact that we've used a little bit of lace ribbon on there and different edges. Look at the different edges of dies that they've used around there to reflect the edge of the lace. Very clever, that. That's clever design. Who did that one? Lou. Well done, Lou. If you want those, shop Perfect will get you all of those sets. Wow. For $19.99. That's a pretty recent collection, that's, isn't it?
Yeah, the past 3 are quite recent.
Aren't they? Oh, nice. I like it when we do that. Right, we've got Meow and Then. Look at that. I love the artwork on this. It's really naive. It's watercolour. It's just beautiful. You've then got Hand in Hand, the two little girls. Look at those two. Aren't they gorgeous? And then you've also got Side by Side with the dog. That would have been Alice, that with our dog, Pip. He literally slept by a cot every time she came from a sleepover. He didn't move an inch, and every time she made a little noise, he just put his paw through the cage and put it on her arm, and she went back to sleep. It was the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen. Shop Friends, $24.99 will get you that. Right, let's talk about shrink film, shall we? Because this is perfect for doing your embellishments with. So when we bring you dies, more often than not, we bring you an outside edge. And that's what you're going to use. 3 Pro Cut with your metal shim, and it will cut out your shrink plastic for you. But this is a bit different. Normal shrink plastic, you have to use something like a Stays-On ink pad, a permanent ink pad, all right? And then it will dry on there. With this, you can put it through your printer. And that's the best thing about it. You can put this through your printer and print onto it. So print your reflections off, die cut them out, and then shrink them down. Now, a couple of tips for doing shrink plastic. First of all, I want you to get a piece of tin foil, and I want you to make a little dish out of it. Then put your shrink plastic inside and just use an anti-static bag or a little bit of corn flour or talcum powder on either side. And that will stop it when it curls up sticking to itself. And then get your heat gun nice and hot. Hold it with a pair of tweezers or a pokey tool, shrink it down and have an acrylic block or the lid off your ink, anything like that, to be able to press it down. And the reason you work in tin foil is it reflects the heat back, so it makes it shrink more evenly. It's a brilliant product, and printable shrink plastic, game changer. Right, so if you want a 2 packs, $14.99 will normally get you 5 sheets. Today, $14.99 is going to get you 10 sheets because you get 2 packs. Now's the time to do this because embellishments on your cards look fabulous and everything still coordinates them. So that is our white. So that will make the colour pop like it does with behind your rice paper. This one is your clear. Now it's not clear, it's frosted. And there are 2 sides to this as well. So you've got one that's smooth and one that's frosted. Print on the side that's frosted, okay, because it's got more of a key to it, like that. Thank you, Corinne. So print on the matte side. It looks like it's been sanded back. Look at that. How cool is that? Then you're just going to put your die around it, put it through your die cutting machine with your metal shim, and it'll cut it out for you. How cool is that? Right, grab this because it's brilliant. Shop Clear, $14.99 will get you 10 sheets instead of 5. Right, Corinne, are we ready?
Yes, I think I should show you that. I forgot to get the metal shim. I was so busy getting other things ready. I'm going to show you this. So as Mel just showed you, I've already printed some of the designs from those wibblers onto my... I've used the clear because that's what I had. I'm actually going to show some more techniques with this on something that I'm launching tomorrow, and I'm going to print it onto the white. So what I tend to do is cut out the shape I'm doing. So all I did with this was I took it into my craft studio, and you can see I just cropped the image so that I could get, because you wouldn't have the beehives with the sunflower on one sheet, but so that I could get them on one sheet, I just cropped the ones that I wanted. Just be careful if you're doing, depending on what dies you are using. So if I was using the images for the bow, I'd need to make sure I'd left a little bit of clear space around there. But I'm actually going to use the beehive and the sunflower, and both of them. Let's do it with, I'll do it with this one. I was going to. They actually don't have an outside die. They're nested ones, so they work perfectly. Like this. There we go. So you can do that.
We only have one of the Cathedral of Colour collection left now, so if you want it, please put it into your baskets and check your baskets out.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to turn that on.
I'm going to keep banging on about checking your baskets out because it caused a complete chaos last night.
It certainly did.
You need to be checking your baskets out.
Okay.
That's the only thing we can't do. We can't pay for it for you and we can't check it out.
I'm going to get my die. Now, the first time I did this, I wasn't thinking, and I tried to cut it from the shiny side. I was like, my die is just not lining up. Realised because you printed onto the rough side, that's the side you're cutting from.
Absolutely.
At first, it just makes sense to cut, it seems logical to cut from the shiny side, but then when your die doesn't line up, you suddenly go, why is my die not lining up? And then you just realise. So all I'm going to do is line it up. It's just my normal reflections, and I'm going to pop that one over there. Then I'm going to get my sunflower one, and I don't know if that's the largest. Yes, it is. Now this die takes me a minute.
Right, so top tip.
Yeah.
Find a point.
That's what I usually do.
On the die where that tab lines up on there.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you've got nested ones like this, what I would do is print off a reflection and keep it. Don't cut it. Put a little black mark there and a little black mark on your die, so every time you come back to it, you know what goes where.
Yeah, it's great on this one because it's the largest, because it's got the tab, so it is a lot easier to line up.
I do that. I did it with the tattered lace gilded ones.
Yeah, and then you can line it up. But if it's the rest of them going down, the sizes don't have that tab on.
So find a point where you've got like an unusual shape of the petal, and then find that point on your reflection. That's the easiest way to do it.
That's what we always do. So, as Mel says, you're going to put this onto your metal shim, and the reason we're doing that is because we're cutting through plastic. So we take off the magnetic and we put on the metal. So don't try and keep the magnetic and the metal, otherwise your sandwich is going to be too big. So you can see that's like that. I'm just going to turn those over, and then I'm just going to pop that through there, and it will cut. Even if you've cut them before and they're not new plates, can you hear? It will crunch and crack sometimes.
It creates a pair of scissors basically, because then you're cutting metal on metal.
And you know that crunch, some people get a little bit frightened by that crunch, but don't be. It's just it cutting absolutely perfectly. So I can take that out of the way. Let me just put those on there. And then I can open this up. Look at that. Straight out. Now, I think that is a fun embellishment. It's really sweet, isn't it? So put that. Let me put this back on my mat before I lose them. And the same with the sunflower. Now this one, it's just wanted me to clip it out. That one has cut through. It's just, there we go, clipping it out. Sometimes you just have to give it a little bit. There we are, you can see. Oops.
A little bit of a wiggle.
Yep. Sometimes, if it hasn't just caught, I wonder why that didn't. You just run your scissors along, it just helps it to where it's cut.
It might be where you positioned it.
It could be. It could be. I thought it was in the right place, but never mind. I'm not actually cutting, I'm just pushing my scissors along. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. The first one I did, it did it absolutely beautifully. Let's go. Great thing is we're going to shrink this down. So if it's got any imperfections, they'll be hidden, because when you shrink it down, they will hide. So let me just see where that's not caught. There we go. Just through there. There's just a couple of spaces. If it's just caught into a soft spot on the mat.
I'd put them in one at a time, I think.
Would you?
Yeah.
There we are. Right, we're through. There we go.
Because you're asking it to cut through something that you can't tear. So when I talked to you about density of product on Scan and Coat, the density relates to how easily does it tear. So a piece of copy of paper, really easy. Piece of shrink plastic, can't tear it. There's no fibres to break. So sometimes you just have to pop it out. It's just the way that it is. It's not a design flaw or anything like that. It's just that you're trying to cut through plastic.
Right. As Mel said, we're just going over it. I've got an anti-static bag, can use corn flour. All I'm doing is trying to give it a little bit of help for when shrink plastic is quite scary when you first go to do it, because it will just curl up on itself. But don't be put off, don't be scared by it. It all comes good in the end. So I've got my heat gun, and as Mel said, we put it on the tin foil. So what that's going to do is it's going to even out the heat so that you've got the same heat on the back as on the front. I'm going to turn my heat gun on.
Have you got your acrylic block?
Yep, it's just here ready. Got it ready. Got one of those. And I'm just giving that a minute just to warm that up. Once it gets warm, it goes really fast, but don't be scared by it. So it can do.
It's got to hold your nerve.
Yeah.
The talcum powder really helps. The tin foil really helps.
Look at that.
Now you can make these into buttons. If you're going to do that, you need to put holes in. You need to make sure the hole is bigger than you think because it's going to shrink.
Hold your
nerve.
nerve.
Keep going with it. Let it go.
Hold your nerve. That bit there, it's that bit there, look, it will come back. Come on, come back. It's coming back, there we go.
Flip it
Look
over,
at that.
Karen. Flip it over.
Yep.
That's
There we
it.
are.
There you go.
And while it's nice and warm, all I would do then, take that, put my acrylic block on and hold that. Now this one will go a lot faster because my heat gun is warmed up. Can you see it's going a lot faster?
It's so exciting. I love
It's
shrink
really
plastic.
scary to do because you think, oh my goodness
It's not,
me.
Karen, it's not. You just have to do the little tips and it's so much fun and the kids love it. I absolutely think shrink plastic is a staple in everybody's craft room. I think it's fabulous. And printable shrink plastic is even better. And as it shrinks down, the colour will then intensify, which is just fabulous. And you can make all your little embellishments that match your projects perfectly. Look at that. How cool is that?
Rock hard.
Do that. Tin foil, hot heat gun, cornflour, talcum powder, anti-static, whatever you want to call it, both sides. And that will stop it sticking to itself. And you'll get a perfect shrink. Look at that.
As
Isn't
Mel
that
said,
fabulous?
if you want to put holes in, make sure you put them in first, and make sure if you remember how big that was my third one in. Ooh, that's gone from that to that. So if you've put a hole in, if you've just put a hole in with your pokey tool, it's going to disappear. It's definitely going to disappear because that's how much it's shrunk down. So yeah, I mean, look at this one. That's gone from, I think it said it goes down to about 30%.
Yes, it shrinks to 70%. So shrink plastic is a plastic that's stretched and stretched and stretched and stretched. And that's why cutting it out with dies is really good, because sometimes if you cut it out with a pair of scissors, it can be quite brittle because it's been stretched a lot. But then when you add the heat on, it takes it back to its original thickness.
So what do we want to do with those? I thought we could put them on a project. So what I've just done here, I've got those ones there. They're ready to go, but I've actually done, you can see I'd cut them out, and I've just put them onto a little bit of construction acetate. You can see that on there. I'm going to cut those in half in a minute, once I've decided where I'm going to do them. So I've got some other bits that I've die cut out. Really good fun. And I thought I'd make a reverse easel. We don't do reverse easels very often. So I've got some of the artwork, some of the Wibblers artwork, and I put this together a couple of days ago. Yeah, 6 inches I thought I had. I'd started with a 6-inch square, or just under. I think I did it 5 3/4 so that I could get it out of one piece of card. And look at this. And then I've just found some paper that I thought matched beautifully on there. Now, did you get your all of those fundamental dies? I had to think of the word then, because they are perfect for doing something like this. I've got 2 of these. Now, another top tip, I've picked up this paper and you can see where I've cut it. Can you see the pattern goes that way? Now, if I suddenly turn that one round, it doesn't line up. And for me, that would jar. Now I've got this. I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to go from that to that. And all I would do here is just get a fine liner and just go around the edge. Now, what I would always say is do this freehand without overthinking about it. If you try and get this perfectly straight and, use a ruler, it'll smudge because it's a fine liner pen. And I don't think it looks as neat. It does look neat. It doesn't look as realistic. For me, a faux stitch always looks best when it's clearly, visibly hand drawn. So, you make sure your faux stitching is you know, just freehand. And there's loads of different sort of faux stitches. You can do the dotty lines like I'm doing here, so I can't see where I'm going. The light's reflecting. Or you could do zigzaggy lines. There's loads of different designs, but it just elevates. Or you could do something really, really simple, just like edging it with a black marker pen to give it that impression of another matte layer. So let me, after saying that, let me make sure I'm putting that the right way around, so that my stitching all flows, my pattern all flows. We can put that, there we go. And that's going to go on there. And that's another top tip with doing paper crafting when you want to do things like this, is to take it from that homemade to handmade. I'm making sure my borders line up there. I'm making sure my pattern flows along there. And all of those, they're only little elements, but they're the little elements that are just going to elevate your projects. They're the little elements that make it look right when you finish. They're the elements that are just going to, you know, just to finish it off. So what I've done here is, as you can see, it looks like I've done everything on the inside. So we put that on there. And then I've used my fundamentals. And what I've done is you could have this as a fold back card, just like that. So that could go onto here, and we could have it on that way. I wouldn't have done my pattern that way, I would have gone the other way. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it as a reverse easel going that way.
Lovely. Right, we've got a couple of questions. Alison says your printable acetate doesn't work on my inkjet printer. It will. The ink runs. Had it on a plain paper setting. Any suggestions? So I've sent you a message that says, Alison, are you printing on the rough side? So when you put the acetate up to your ear and scratch it on one side, you'll feel it rough. Turn it over, scratch it on the other side, you'll feel it smooth. Inkjet goes on the rough side and laser is on the smooth side. Try that, Alison. And if that doesn't work, I don't know, because it definitely works on ours. Works on all our printers in here. Laser, just do one sheet at a time, right? And don't do it on an industrial heater. Printer rather. And then Lizzie says, I'm hopelessly rubbish with shrink plastic.
Oh.
Use those tips. Tinfoil tray, or tinfoil made into a tray, anti-static bag, or corn flour, or talcum powder on both sides. Get your heat gun really hot and then shrink it down. That should work. And then Cheryl is saying, Mel, question, can you cut the shrink plastic on your scan and cut? Yes, you can. You just need to make sure your mat's nice and sticky, because it's plastic. But yes, it will absolutely cut it. Cuts Mylar, it'll cut shrink plastic.
Yeah. I just forgot to put, I was going to put an extra matten layer on there, just because I could. I just thought it just brought all the elements together.
Okay.
So luckily I hadn't pressed my circle down too hard.
So did you cut one long piece of paper and then trim it down into individual pieces?
Yeah, exactly. Just one.
So the picture goes right the way through?
Yeah. And then I can put this back on again. I just peeled back off. I've just put a little bit of foam on because it just elevates. So that's going to go like that. So we're going to create a stopper in a few minutes. But first we need to put something to decorate on the front. Now Mel showed you the honey pot. I've actually turned them upside down and cut the top of the honey pot off. I like that shape. I think that looks like a gorgeous vase. So just have a look. So what I've done is I've cut two, and this one I just got my craft knife and followed that line. It's already got some markings on, so I've just followed it, and then I've also just gone round it with a brown pen. So I'm going to pop this one on first. Going that way around, Corinne. So I'm just going to put that one on flat. I just was just giving it a little bit of shape, and that's going to go on to here. And then this one, in a minute, I'm going to bend it on and I'm going to pop it onto here, just like that. And having that cut, can you see I've created a little pocket just there, and it's going to work brilliantly. So I've cut some of the gorgeous little wibblers. Now, at the moment, they've not got their wings on. It's entirely up to you. So I've got all of their wings. But what I have done is I've cut some little strips of card. This was just scrap. You know me, I'm dreadful for going in the bin and getting bits of scrap out. And I've just folded them round. And you're going to see that sort of shape with the new card design that we come out with on Monday. That was what made me think of it. Our hidden folds card shape made me think of doing that. So let me see where I've got all my wings there. 1, 2, 3. Am I missing a wing? Can't see. Right, I'll see if I've got all the wings. So I'm going to pop some wings. Let's put some onto this one. And the great thing is you can pick and choose who has wings, who doesn't have wings, which wings they have, and all the rest of it. So we can pop that on there, and we can pop that, what I've got them the right way, on here. And I love the reflections. It just means you haven't got to think about it. And then, right, let's think where we're going to put those. I've got the sunflowers, and I've just popped those onto some acetate as well, and I'm going to pop those through there. And I've just put them on that acetate just to give it a little bit of extra strength. Pop that one, and we can put that one. There we are. Let's see. Does that look, do you like that? Do you like that? Does that look okay? I think that does, doesn't it? We can just put that like that. That looks pretty, doesn't it? So I'm going to turn that over. I'm just going to get, I've got some red liner here. Oops, red liner stuck to my mat. There we go. And I'm going to grab a piece of red liner.
You could also use your tape, Dr. Tape as well if you wanted to.
All I'm going to do is pop that straight over there, just like that. I'm not going to take the back off. I'm just going to leave it like that. And that now can go on to my project. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around with that. I wasn't being very helpful for you there, Laura. I'm going to put a little bit of 3D glue on the back. You could do a foam pad. It's entirely up to you. Let's just come a little bit around the edge and a little bit across there. And then we can pop that one on to here.
You'll find your Pinflow glue gel on our website as well. Remember, you'll also get your discount and your points with us here at Highlight Crafts. What we're coming up next, Soph?
We have got fabric painting.
Oh, fabric painting with David. That's going to be a good show. Me and Trouble and Troubler.
Oh, I was going to put these on, wasn't I? Let's put these on. So the only reason I put these on is I thought they would be fun to make them sort of, especially the ones with the wings, make them look like they're standing out from the card. So just pop a little square on. I can put glue on either side. Or again, your little piece of your tape, Dr. Tape, DIY Dr. Tape. Get the words right, Corinne. I want that to go just there. Just pop that on and hold. And that, yeah, look at that. Looks like this. That's fun, isn't it? A little bit of something a little bit different. And we can then do another one. Just do one more, I think. Put that behind there. And then a little bit of glue. And then where do we want that one? That one can go just there. Now that one looks, I haven't put wings on and she's floating, so what I thought I would do is I would use the branch and I would put the branch across there so it looks like she's standing on the branch. There we go, that's going to go just like that once it's dry. And then the final bit I wanted to do was create a stopper. So all I've done is I've printed out, let's move all those out of the way. I've printed out the sunflower and cut it out a few times. I've trimmed into a few, given them a little bit of shape. I want that and a ball tool, if I can find one. Why can I never find anything when I'm looking? There we are, some ball tools just here. And I'm just going to give them a little bit of shape. I'm just going to nest these together. Just give them a little bit of shape around there. And this is going to be the perfect stopper. So I've trimmed into a couple because I just thought that would look even nicer. There we are, just building that up. Not doing too much shaping, but just a little bit. But the more you cut into them, like this one, the more they will shape. And this one, turn it over. And I'll turn that over. And then I can create my stopper with these. So I'm going to come with this one first. I'm not trying to line them up, I'm trying to make them be separate layers. Oh, that one wants to go there better. And you can really gather these up and make them three-dimensional if that's what you wanted to do. I could really scrunch it. I love sunflowers. When I go to my mum, it's every other year. They alternate between the sunflowers and the corn. And the field opposite her house has so many sunflowers. It looks gorgeous. And you can watch the heads turn as the day goes. They follow the sun. Oops.
And a fun fact, they turn their heads to the sun, and if the sun isn't out, they face each other.
There you
How
go.
lovely is that?
And that is what I would do. There you go. How much fun is that? So we've got, oh, I was going to put these on, wasn't I? Where've they gone? Where have my little embellishments gone? Can you see them, Laura? What have I done? The one there. I was going to put these on as well. Let's pop these ones on after making them. I think they would look beautiful. So I thought I'd put these ones on as well. Oops. Trying to do it from that way. And then one of these. Nearly forgot these after creating those, and they look so gorgeous. How about, it's nice to have different textures and different bits. There we go. There you go.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Right, let's do a very, very quick recap. And then we're going next door to be with David. Right, let's get this right, girls. Are we ready, Soph? So you're going to get the artwork worth $14.99. All right, so you're going to get all of this beautiful, beautiful artwork. I love this collection. I think it's a lot of fun. But if you do make and sell your own jams, marmalades, chutneys, etc., these are going to be lovely as a card to go with it, or your tags. So you're getting all of these with your honeycomb in there as well. I would emboss some of these on Minecraft Studio and print them out, because I think you'll get a really fabulous texture with those. So you're getting that included. You can buy it separately if you want. Shop Sunflower $14.99, or you get it free with that set of dies, that set, that one, your nested sunflowers, and your bow. All of that, including the artwork that's worth $14.99, is $19.99 before you discount. So basically, you're paying a £5 for all 6 sets of dies. It's worth it, right? Even if you got them at that price, get a second set. You just craft twice as quickly. You can also cut these out, you know, and sell the die cuts. We're that good here at Highlight Crafts. Shop Bees, $19.99. Now, if you want the web exclusive dies, so when we used to do collections on Create and Craft, we'd take that collection to TV, and this will be what we called our web exclusive. So you've got Buzz in there with his little bag. Oh, look at his little socks there. They're made out of leaves. He's gorgeous, isn't he? And then you've got your honeycomb. And then you've also got your Wibblers gathering. So what that will give you is smaller versions of that and them facing in opposite directions. So you'll be able to create your symmetry and play around with those. If you want those three, it's $9.99 for all three, which is a cracking price. Right, how long have I got, Soph?
A minute.
A minute. Right, let's talk about this one then. Deer in the Glade. You're going to get 5 sets of dies with this set, $12.99. If this was an outlet tonight, you'd be snapping my hands off. So remember, pretend now that this is outlet, $12.99 for 5 sets of dies. 2 stags in there. You've got Maribel, your little girl, or your little fairy, if you want to put the wings on. You've got Tinselina with her wings again, or without, and her bouquet, which you can use in lots of different things. You've got a fabulous lantern, a stack of books, and a poinsettia in there. And then you've also got Snowy and Boo, our little squirrels, in there as well. Shop Woodland, $12.99 will get you those. Don't forget to add your shrink plastic to your baskets, and don't forget to check your baskets out. I will see you through that wall in about 4 minutes' time with Mr. Wade.